Greetings, this is Paulford speaking. As you can hear and also see, I'm here in Japan, Asia. Now, the reason I'm speaking to you is that I've been asked in the vote on my penny page of my website to do a rant on the subject of James Dyson, Pride of Britain. But the question is he Pride of Britain or Shame of Britain? I mean, the first thing to mention about James Dyson, obviously, is the vacuum cleaners. And he always says, oh yes, vacuum cleaners using cyclone technology. And I must admit, they look great, don't they? I mean, when you look at a James Dyson vacuum cleaner, it's got wonderful aesthetics about it. Just one slight problem with it. It doesn't work. It doesn't vacuum anything. No dirt goes into it. Cyclone technology. What is cyclone technology? What about vacuum cleaner technology like they used to have before they had James Dyson vacuum cleaners, like a normal Hoover vacuum cleaner? That's the thing about James Dyson, isn't it? He's always like reinventing things. He always says, oh, yes, I'm inventing. I see him on the television sometimes, and he says, I'm inventing solutions. But they're solutions for problems that don't exist. Another example is the James Dyson hand dryer thing. And he says, oh yeah, I've invented a James Dyson hand dryer. It's transformed hand drying. Yeah, it certainly has done that. It's totally useless. Like, you put your hand in. Look, the first problem is that you put your hand in and then you have to pull your hand out. It's really difficult. You have to pull your hand out without your hands going onto the side parts. And of course, as soon as your hand goes onto the side part, you have to immediately wash your hands again because they get all dirty. It's a bit like that game you used to play as a child when you used to have like electrical thing and you had to move the little electrical ring around the wire. And if you touch the wire, it goes bzzz. It's the same as like with that James Dyson thing. You pull it out and you go bzzz. Oh, I've touched it and it's all dirty in there, isn't it? That's the major design flaw. I mean, obviously when he drew it on his bit of paper, it was all like, oh, doesn't that look nice? And like air goes in and but the reality of it is it contains like bits of people's hair, toenail clippings, bits of grease and fat, bits of old fatty tuna and other rubbish, all stuck down our bottom. And when you put your hand in the James Dyson air blade thing, you think, oh, it's disgusting. James Dyson hair blade would be more appropriate. It's all full of hair, it's disgusting. And then, that's the thing, it doesn't work, it's slow, it's disgusting, it makes me vomit most of the time when I use a James Dyson vacuum air duster thing. But what's even worse is that he says, oh yeah, I'm inventing solutions to problems. Yeah, again, James Dyson, inventing solutions to problems that do not exist. I mean, let's look at the options. If you don't use the James Dyson air dryer, what would you do? You could use an old style hand dryer. Remember one of those when you press the button and it dries your hands? No problem. Or you could use paper towels, worked for thousands of years, no problem. Or you could use, this is a method I often use, is the method of not drying my hands at all. Just walk out. But this is one thing that James Dyson maybe hasn't thought of. If you go in, wash your hands and walk out without drying them, they dry within about 30 seconds. I mean, it's not a permanent problem. You don't kind of say, oh look at Juliet there. Juliet's got wet hands. Look at her hands are always wet. She hasn't used one of those James Dyson air blades. She needs to get her hands in the air blade immediately. Her hands are wet. It only lasts for a few seconds, James Dyson. Don't look. All you have to do is wash your hands, quickly go like that, and go out and get on with your life. It's not permanent. Look, my hands are dry because that is how it works. They're not wet. James Dyson, Flames Dyson. As you can see, and have just witnessed, this rant on the subject of James Dyson has no clear ending, but he's made here in Tokyo, Japan, and the video will conclude with me disappearing into the distance, shouting angrily the name of James Dyson. James Dyson! James Dyson!